There's a place in experience, a mystical place beyond everything that we've ever felt, thought, dreamt, believed in and of this life. It's the real soul of us, the true heart, the eternal part of us. So the meditative process, the spiritual process, and there are thousands and thousands of vehicles to get us there. And there is a there. And when you first understand that it's been called Illumination, Enlightenment, Nirvikalpa Samadhi in India, meaning Godness, being as God is, the beatific vision. And once you have it, the world will implode on you even more than it already has. The world, the phenomenological world, in the Orient it's called, anyway, there are names for it that imply that there's a circumstance that's not true or real, that's based in something very evil. And that's what the world is, the material world, if you're spiritual. When you fall in love, the world disappears. When you have a child, when you have this experience of illumination, and this is being communicated to people that are of a mystic bent, the world, the star systems disappear. The diffuse light in the nighttime sky with the stars glittering if you're out in the woods and the mountains, and it's that sense times itself for infinity. The delicate nature of kindness, of humility, extrapolated out to literally infinity. In other words, the sense, the emotional, spiritual, psychological sense of divine consciousness, which we all have. And the point I'm moving to is the fact that your illumination won't be individual. It's not that you will be enlightened. You'll overcome the entire world for everyone. If that thought seems complicated, it's not. That's the real thought. You will overcome the entirety of the seeming world, of all the pain, all the tragedy, in the very near future. If you're spiritual, if you've had many visions in your life, illumination experiences, these words touch us deeply and dearly. They answer all the questions in the back of our thought about what if this, what if that, there's war, famine, hunger. And that's the way the world always seemed to be. And I say seem to be because once you're here, you won't take anything literally about the world, about pain, about tragedy, about circumstance. You'll be beyond all of that. Deep into the quiet, deep in your saddle, you're completely quiet. Turn your eyes this way or that way, and your wonderful horse will feel that and turn a little bit this way and that way. Your meditation cushion is your own soul, the eternal of you, the immortal, the ever-present, the cognizant of you. Cognizant meaning you'll understand and you'll comprehend everything. So when you're here, all the evil, the tragedies, the people around you, there might be a sociopathic personality or someone, or there's a circumstance, or there's war. When you're here, you'll be able to reside with great equanimity beyond it all. And the point with that is you will take everyone, every decent soul in the world with you. This gets a little complicated because you're thinking with our immortal mind. In the Orient they call it the monkey mind. So you sit in meditation, you stop thinking whatever, it just stops. The world ceases to exist. And then a few hours later, you see this or that or whatever, and the world's there again. The point being spoken right now is that you will end that as well. You look out the doorway one last time, And there'll be no doorway, no time, no place, no circumstance, not even us. It's quite wondrous to fall into the hands of our living God. For those of us who are spiritual, we already exist in that place, don't we? We can't communicate it to anyone, and the problem with that is humility, kindness, decency. We don't want to push or change anyone's mind or thought. That makes us ultra sensitive to this world. And that's the basis of our dilemma. That's why we sit off in the mountaintop or sit alongside the country stream, walk along the ocean, hold the hand of the one we love, think about all we're going to do for our child, how much our mom has given us. When we're in those states, we can come to this place because we're involved with God and we know it's so different from the whole world. We will find in that space answers that are in our conscious awareness for everything. They're called gifts and powers in the Orient, cities, S-I-D-D-I, cities, powers and gifts. And you'll look through everything and you'll understand everything. And you can overcome anything and everything. You might have bad personalities in your life around you. And when you get deep in this place, you will be opening up and you'll find you have the words, the reasoning to overcome the adversary. In other words, the devil comes in many forms. I say laughingly because when you're here, you understand that you see it all. And that will help you lift your friends and neighbors out of the daily morass, the silliness of believing in the world. If you are a mystic, spiritual, like my friend McKay or many other friends, we're not here. We never were. And that's the dilemma. Humility on top of that is quite a tragedy, isn't it? Because humility is an aspect of eternity. It's a basis of divine experience. So it's much more difficult for us to get ahead in the world, isn't it? And yet something decrees that we are destined to fulfill this destiny at this time. Forget the existence of the world around us. We are a soul. His soul, our soul. There's one soul and it is God's presence. I like to say in these empowerment sessions that the idea that we are guilty without wanting to be and innocent without knowing. The guilt is because we're humble, so we take on the bombardment of this world and our senses, on the finenesses of our senses from birth on. Because we're not of this world. So we're innocent without knowing. The conditioning process when you're very young, you're running out with your buddies or girlfriends or whatever on a bike in this open sky, and then all of a sudden you're 4, you're 5, and all of a sudden life gets a little more complex, your first year in school and so forth, and interchanges with friends or family, and becomes more serious. We get more conditioning in our mind and our emotions and our body the older we get, so time goes by faster because we're caught in time. The meditation process takes us out of time, relieves all the conditioning. The conditioning makes us guilty because we feel we are a body. We're not our body. We never have been. I hope this makes sense. There's nothing wrong with you. There's everything right with you. You're always a half a breath away from God. You are a divine and holy presence. You were born at this time to dissuade the world from its evil way. And you'll find poetic ways of saying it because you're communicating something so infinitely diffuse. Diffuse in the sense of It's a gaseous, incandescent lightness and purity. It's a young lady with her first diamonds hanging from her earring in her hands, and just feels glimmering and happy and in love with her man, and everything's floaty and beautiful. But it's that literally times eternity. But that's the sense of it, the beauty, the purity of our Holy Father. Our Holy Father looks at us with even more ardor, more love, more kindness. He's more enthralled with us than we even are of him. Does that make sense? That's who and what you are, and you are an aspect of eternity, born in this clamoring place to end it forever. Forget everything else, the history books, time, anything. You were born to end it all. And the only problem is humility. So let go of even that. And when you're around different friends, you'll practice your different gifts of communicating to this one, to that one. And more than anything is opening up and let your friends, the people you trust and know have a soul and heart underneath, let them communicate. Bring it on, listen, be there, don't react to anything, let people be free. Let everyone breathe. And we'll collectively have one final breath. And we'll live forever in land of kings and princes and princesses. All your puppies, your children, your family, your mom and dad are there now. And you've never left there. You've given up a part of your soul to be here, to be incarnate, as it were, to help lift the veil of decay and deceit. You're a holy personage. You're a high roller in a low-rent neighborhood. You will achieve final illumination, enlightenment, which is simply being who you are before the world was. There's no time in spirituality. That's why we meditate and we float. And in that place, you'll have the ability to overcome any adversary. There's simply different devils that propel different people. We call them sociopaths or psychotic or evil, but I don't mean that, like someone with a mental disorder is one thing. I'm talking about pure evil. It's two different things. And you'll have the power to look at Satan or the devil or Lucifer, whatever, in the eye, and you'll become very tough, emotionally and psychologically, and you'll be able to communicate the words, the thoughts, the expression, and you'll heal many, many, many souls. And together, as one, we'll rise up to meet the dawn. Over in the old golden land. It's a power within you. The words, the thoughts, the concepts will keep coming forth, billowing forth from within you. You're born for this time, for this challenge. You are God's Holy One, and we're one presence. That's why we have to use a certain poetry in describing it. There's nothing different between my buddy McKay and I, or we're all one. There's just a holiness to it. And the world will keep us trapped in this or that or the other for 1,000 years if we let it. And if we don't let it 1 minute, there are no more years. Time never was. The hundreds of thousands of great books about spirituality all encompass this sense. What is an unencompassed sense? It's you before time, before circumstance, where things or not things were. Because nothing ever is except you, this pure purity, this kindness, this decency. Qualitatively meaning such a shocking purity that we all have before him. And that's the difficulty in bringing this teaching, as it were, across to our friends and neighbors. So if we look through the whole thing now, allow the words, the thoughts, the sense to come, we'll battle very dastardly beings. And you will love it. I guarantee it. It will thrill you. My buddy Greg's a 10th degree martial artist. As tough as he is, this will make you 10,000 trillion times more than that. Can you imagine that? You will overcome the entire world. This is not a game. This is final combat on behalf of those you love and care for. We're not even doing it for ourselves, are we? We're selfless. We're kind. We're endearing. We're sweet and pure. And some of us are as tough as Greg and as strong as McKay and as conscious as Rob. And we're already in that land far away. The Holy Land, the pure land, the land of light and truth. I hope these words suffice to let you know you are the instrument of what's been called the end time. See, but the point is you will rise to it. Just hearing this, understanding it, that's the empowerment. You will, don't have to go anywhere, do anything, think it will keep coming to you and coming to you and coming to you. God is God. I say this in my own experience throughout my life. Every moment I'm aware of, but it's acquired of billions of different thoughts from around the world and so forth. God is on top of it all, trying to guide us through. And you'll become God himself as you step through the mess and take your place on the pantheon of glory. You're God's warrior. You're a very simple person, but a holy soul. God will be with you every moment of this until you become that. You're God's warrior in hell. Who is it he that ascended up to heaven, except to be he who first descended into the lower parts of the earth and gave gifts unto men? That's you. That's your destiny. Not less, not other. God will be with you every moment. That's all we need to know. God bless the purity of your heart, the love of your mom and dad and your family, and the true love of your heart and soul. We are one experience. That there be pain no longer, that the mystery of God should be finished. Thank you for listening. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Skolton.